What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ericka Williams from the CLASSYIT blog, coming here from the studio today. Listen, I wanted to kick this one off, talk about something that I got a little bit passionate about this week, and that is the WNBA Draft. And what I learned after 72 hours of talking back and forth with friends and family, going deep dive into the internet, is the WNBA is pretty much ran like a billionaire's tax write-off. They kind of care about it, they kind of don't. And what do I mean by that? If you ever go to some smaller towns around the United States, you'll see teams like where I'm from, which actually is quite a invested team. It's a D League of the Houston Astros, but it's called Fayetteville Woodpeckers. And they have a beautiful stadium, beautiful clothing, gear, everything. But our local smaller league around the corner, not so much. They don't have as much gear. They don't have as much opportunities. They have a really old stadium. And it's actually such a contrast on how well a facility can be ran and how bad another facility can be ran. Now, why am I bringing this up? I hopped on the bandwagon girls trail. I started going to University of Texas girls games. And as they started ascending, I'm watching these games for $10 a ticket, basically almost on the floor. And all of a sudden the girls are going. They're going to the 16. They're going further and further. They're beating teams. I really became excited about women's sports this year. Now, of course, we had the big one that was all the talk of the town. It's the Caitlin Clark. It's the Angel Reese. It's the UConn story. You know, who's going to win? And the craziest part about this whole thing, as I watched this year, I didn't even know we had 12 WNBA teams. I had no clue. They're not very marketed well. And what did I learn the night of the draft? I got excited. I was like, let me support women. Let me support the WNBA. Only one team had jerseys ready. Now, I get it. It's the draft. You don't know who exactly you're going to pick. But number 2, Chicago Sky knew their pick was going to be Camelo. Now, I may be saying her name terribly wrong. She's from Brazil. Beautiful, tall girl. And I just thought, well, surely if they made all these swaps, they made all these adjustments so that their number 7 pick would be Angel Reese, surely they have jerseys, shirts available. The Indiana Fever had everything available. I just couldn't commit myself to paying $100 for a Caitlin Clark jersey because I wasn't that big of a fan. I'm really overall appreciating the sport. And so I was going to invest and a little $40 red shirt, Indiana Fever. I enjoy it. And so I say, well, let me go to the other sites and pick up more shirts for the support of the season, for the support of the summer. And guess what? They were the only team ready. They were the only team who had an active social media presence. The other teams basically hadn't posted on their social media Instagram since last year's draft, since last year's season. Half of them had very generic, basic shirts. I mean, essentially all the things I had been hearing in the grapevine about lawsuits and bad flights and poor hotel stays, it was demonstrated via their social media and their websites. They had no teams were ready other than Indiana Fever. The tickets that you did see that were available, they were already in reseller status at $300 to $500. You looked up, and a lot of teams had no gear, no specialized gear, no tickets ready, nothing. Right. And let's be really honest. We could have paid a 15-year-old $500 a month to post things on the Instagram page for these WNBA teams. I mean, there's nothing there. Absolutely dead. And so this year, what I noticed, every single ticket or event that has Indiana Fever, which will have Caitlin Clark at that event, is pretty much already sold out, or in the case of Las Vegas, July 2nd tickets at $1,000. I wish all the WNBA draft picks well. But from what I'm reading, what I'm seeing is they cut a lot of girls. A lot of girls have to go overseas. And if you have, some notoriety to your name, they keep you. And this led to many news articles saying, we're going to get the expansion of more teams. But I promise you, if they're getting more teams and they're ran like the Seattle Storm, they're ran like the Washington Mystics. They're ran like the Dallas Wings that I didn't even know existed. I don't know how much more the sport can probably handle of more teams. They have 12 teams. And from what I'm seeing, I'll probably be able to catch Chicago Sky twice in May. in Dallas, and I'll be able to catch the opener May 3rd. And this is a preseason game between Indiana Fever and Dallas Wings. And so I'm wanting to support, I'm wanting to spend my money. And this is why I talk about marketing blunders. We talk a lot about HBCUs aren't well marketed. They aren't well funded. Most HBCUs are owed anywhere from $100 million to $300 million from the state they're in. Most notably, Mississippi, Tennessee, and other states. They're refusing to pay the financial debts owed to them. Similarly, the marketing that's not happening with the WNBA is an issue with their billionaires because most of the teams are owned by billionaires and they're mostly a tax write-off. You've probably been seeing these commercials for Middleman to Millions course. What is Middleman to Millions? We're teaching so many people how to have service businesses. The upcoming year, one of the fastest growing businesses you will see are service businesses and digital businesses. Why is that? Because so many things need repairs, need maintenance, and guess what? We have a shortage of men and also women who could do things. Listen, I'm not the best with a hammer, but I know I can gather a crew of people to get things done, and that's what I've done with 2 of my service businesses. And that's what I'll be teaching if you check us out in the Middleman to Millions course. And look forward to us on the road with Digital Liberty Tour 2024. It's Ericka Williams. The last pick of the night was a student from Jackson State University. So I was very happy. 6'6" girl. Came from HBCU. She was the last pick of the night. But I fear the future for this sport if off this year alone, they'll finally be profitable. They'll finally make all this money. And the reason why is no company can run that way. No business can run that way. I went to go look up what is the price for season tickets on the floor for the Chicago Sky. It was $2,000 for a whole season on the floor seats. I looked up, I think for Dallas Wings, it was the cheapest were $400 for season tickets. Now, granted, they play in the summer. It's hot in Texas. We need to be inside anyway. And they're a league that plays, 36 games in the summer, if I'm not mistaken? My hope is with this new addition of ladies, this new addition of talent, this really opens the door because of all the watch time for the WNBA to really get some traction this summer. But the problem remains that they were not ready. They were not ready. They had no intention on extra, listen, let's just take a loss and create 1,000 shirts because we know we're probably going to draft this girl, that girl, this other girl. And let's get them sold tonight where people are buying off emotion. I was literally buying off emotion. So many people were on Twitter saying, where's the tickets? Why are we having to wait till 3 days after the draft to buy the first set of tickets? Some of the venues are expanding and picking different venues to accommodate the Caitlin Clark fans, which I'm very excited to see this. It's going to be definitely a show. But it's also disappointing because you know that they can be ran better. I'm a season ticket holder for 2 teams here in Texas. And even the staff, they go, listen, my job is only here during the season. I'll be gone X amount of days. They follow up with you. They email you. I got my same sales rep the next year. He's like, hey, I'm back at my dream job. Just checking back in with you. Anything you need. I have a feeling, unfortunately, that the WNBA does not have the same capacity to really ramp up and get sponsorships and get watch time and eyeballs. And they're getting more contracts for sure. But I fear it's a little too late. Now, what do I mean a little too late? A lot of times we try to tell a business person, hey, I see the problems in your business. I see where you could do it better. Let me help you. Let me advise you. Let me give you some tips. Are you really ready for some tips here? And 9 times out of 10, that person really isn't ready for the tips. They really aren't ready for the information. And what the WNBA is showing us, they are basically ran for billionaires as a tax write-off. And that's cool. And that's great. And I hope those billionaires enjoy the write-off. But at the end of the day, it'd really be great if we see more investment into those teams. I'm not asking the girls to get paid millions of dollars. I know that's not financially possible with the model that they currently have. But we definitely need some better marketing somewhere in these departments to get better reach to a young audience. Most of the graphics I saw were made by Instagram theme pages. Please explain to me how Instagram theme pages of sports made more money than probably some of these WNBA teams. The contract of the whole roster is what some of these, theme pages made last year, and sponsorships and money and partnerships. And this is where we see social media can be a powerful force if used appropriately. For me to go look up these teams and could barely find them on Instagram, finally found them, and they hadn't posted mostly. To me, someone needed to step in mentally and through a guidance moment and go, hey, the girls are getting 18 million views. The championships, the final 8, the final 16 is getting all these views. Let's be posting on our WNBA team pages, like saluting, congratulating the girls who are coming down the pipeline. Simple techniques, simple mistakes in business really cost you a lot of money. And so what I learned from this is I'm going to be excited. I'm going to spend a couple hundreds for at least 5 games. I'm going to buy some gear. I'm definitely going to wear it. But I can see from a business perspective how this could be completely improved. And if you're in the comments, definitely let me know if you have a WNBA team in your city, right? I literally just learned the other day about the different teams, right? And so I really hope Angel Reese and the player from South Carolina make it. I think Chicago Sky needs them more than they need Chicago Sky, right? Unfortunately, I have to say it that way. I truly believe Angel Reese, common sense on a business perspective would have been, she's at LSU. Let's move her over to Dallas so we can fill the arena with LSU students and Louisiana fans because they just finished winning a year previous. That's a simple one for me. Your girl from UConn, Nika Mula, I'm saying her name terribly. She's from Croatia and her sister plays as well. Common sense would say, hey, she's in UConn. Let's take her to New York Liberty, where we can have the fans, the fan base kind of spill over into that. But somehow she ended up at Seattle Storm. We have the girl from USC and Stanford at LA. I think it's LA Suns. I may be saying it wrong, but that made sense to me. That was okay. That was okay trade. The rest are like a hodgepodge. I have no idea why they picked some of these ladies. And honestly, some of these ladies will be cut. That's unfortunate. But let's wish for the best. And let's just take the business examples we can get out of this WNBA draft we just witnessed. So I think the pendulum's definitely changing. I think more Americans are looking for a good distraction this year, and they're definitely going to get it. And so let's see how this goes. This is your girl, Ericka, from the Classy Climb blog. I hope to see you guys May 4th and 5th in Atlanta. It is one of our last legs of our Digital Liberty Tour. We're extending our sabbatical a little bit longer, and I think probably throughout the summer, I'll be riding a horse in Alaska in the wilderness for 50 miles here pretty soon. And so I'm putting as much content that I can for this channel because I do love this channel. I love what YouTube has done for me. So listen. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you on the road. And listen, this is your girl, Ericka Williams from the Classy Climb blog. Later. What's up, May 5th and 6th? Join me in Atlanta for the Digital Liberty Tour. We have a collection of good hosts and speakers coming through. I'm so excited. We're going to be teaching you how to power up from your phone to have 24/7 income coming in. How? Affiliate marketing. We're going to teach you about a lot of content creation. Also how to create YouTube and Facebook ads and Google ads. Listen, we also are going to have credit specialists there. We're also going to have, because funding is going to be so very vital and important in 2024, we're also going to have the Acre Boys fly down from New York to teach you about the importance of buying land online, the digital space where you don't have to leave your home. Again, the power of the liberty comes from being able to do any of this stuff on your phone. Also, we'll have a service business specialist in there helping you show how they've grown their business online by using the tools that online provides. Listen, we don't want you to leave this event without being able to master Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, or what type of stream of income you'd like to desire. There's going to be workbooks included, and we're going to eat tacos on Cinco de Mayo. So be there or be square. The link's in the bio. We're going to be at a beautiful Kipton Shane Hotel. Fancy. You're going to love it. This is your girl, Ericka, Classic on Blog. See you guys there.